our liver. Never go along. You take it from Peter today, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama. Sweet, sweet, living is sweet, oh, whether rich or poor. Why not pray for a long fellow? He can pray for a long life. As long as they live, you know, the better we grow. Fine, power, you find out. It can make you heavy. It's just like a brook, you know. They pay to capsize. Sweet, sweet, kiss our liver. Not for go along. He won't be can eat it. Or a picture can eat it. Kiss our liver. Kiss our liver. Oh, sweet, kiss our liver. Not for go along. You take it from Peter today, or Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama. You take it from me right today, or mother will take it from you tomorrow. Fine, go by your fine, may your fever. Well, people do to you, you dare to cry. Had enough for one person, oh, it's a matter of time. Our time is a lesson, yeah, brother, this I have. Sweet, sweet kiss our liver, not for go alone, mama. Human being can eat it, oh, the deer can eat it. Put our liver. Sweet, sweet is our liver, not for go alone. Human beings can eat it, or a creature eat it too. Sweet, sweet, living is sweet, oh, whether rich or poor. Why not pray for a long fellow? He can pray for long life. As long as they living, the better we grow. You take it from me right today, oh, Mira will take it from you tomorrow, mama. Hey. You take it from Peter today, oh, Paul will take it from you tomorrow. Fine, power is found, oh, it can make you heavy. Looking like a crook, you know, equate to capsize. Kesawalia, Kesawalia, mama, no for go alone. When I pray for long fellow, he always pray for long life. As long as they living, the better we grow, my people. Sweet, sweet, Kesawalia, no for go alone. That's enough for one person, oh, it's a matter of time, papa. Our time is a lesson, yeah, brother, this I had. I'm about away, never where my way gone. You don't be your woe. I'm about away, papa, yeah. our live. Now for go along. You take it from Peter to Teo, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama. Sweet, sweet, living is sweet, oh, whether rich or poor. Boy, not pray for long fellow, he can pray for long life. As long as they live, you know, the better we grow. Fine, power, you find out, it can make you heavy. It's just like a brook, you know, a way to capsize. Sweet, sweet, kiss our liver. Not for go along. He won't be can eat it. Or a picture can eat it. Kiss our liver. Not for go along. You take it from Peter to Teo, Paul will take it from you tomorrow, mama. You check it from me right today, oh mother will check it from you tomorrow. Fine, fine, oh by your fine, when in your favor. Well, people do to you, you got to cry. Hard enough for one person, oh, it's a matter of time. Our time is a lesson, yeah, brother, this I have.
And so we'd like to say good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on your location where you're watching us from this time. A warm welcome to BKS Television, Heat Our program here. On the ETA, we say dialogue in our confrontation. We say words in our bullets. We come to you on Voice of BKS in Butu Town from Monday to Sunday, beginning at 8 o'clock p.m. to 10 o'clock p.m. Liberia time. On today's edition of the show, all of the panelists are here. Shadrach G. Tugbe is here. Fanso Wumba is here. Junior Ping is also here with you next time. And we have a couple of stories that we will be diving in here today. But before we go for our headlines, let's welcome the guys to the show. Good evening and welcome to the show this evening, Afanso.
Yeah, good evening, John. Good evening to Cedric Togbe, the change agent, always, and good evening to our listeners in Radio Land and also on social media. It's our pleasure to be here this evening.
Thank you, Afanso. Shadrach, good evening and welcome to the show, Chief.
Good evening, Junior. Good evening to the ambassador of Gary Otan. To be specific, I'm not. What did they make for your town, sir? So
that two, you don't even know the two towns they where one from. I'm from OMU, so I'm from Zertuopu. Just a Zertuopu.
Yeah. And good evening to my good people of Downplay this evening. I know my parents and brothers and sisters are listening to us this evening, or will listen to us because they're happy to get that song here. Thank you so much, Junior.
Thank you very much. In today's edition of the show, we're going to have with us Councillor Garrison Daughter Yelu Jr. Councillor Garrison Daughter Yelu is the former commissioner of the Good Governance Commission in Liberia. He's also served as representative of Electoral District Number 4, Nima County. Councillor Garrison will be serving as our guest on today's edition of the show. And we hope to have some bit of good discussion here because I'm pretty sure after the senatorial by-election in Nima, this will be his first appearance. I don't know if we're going to ask him here tonight on the show. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a pretty good one. But before we go to Councillor Garrison, he's already in the back. Let's hear you what's on your mind this evening, Afanso. On a 1 minute, tell us how you feeling today.
I feel good. Only that the eviction of CDC party headquarters started, late this morning by 4 to 5. I start watching it. Make me not to sleep until the final day, 8 o'clock before I start going to bed. 8 o'clock Liberia time before I start going to bed on the side. So yeah, there are so many things, but that one I really capture it because the process, the way in which it went, the way in which it started and it went.
Do you think this team was really, really happy that Seditian played their part? They stay home until everything finished?
My brother, that how the politics in Liberia looking. People pretend to be like they are resistant to some issues, and they know that they are not resistant. They will just cause those kind of noise. Or yesterday, they knew that police were going to invade them from that place, and they went, they packed all of their stuff from over there, and they left. But they just left few guys on ground just to be making noise. They know, they knew all of this stuff. So yeah, they play their part, but they just have to remain peaceful because nothing else they can do. The property didn't belong to them, so nothing else they can do. They just have to remain
Thank
peaceful.
you.
That's all.
Thank you, Afonso. Shadrach, in honor 1 minute, tell us what's on your mind this evening before we go to the CEO. But let's recognize CEO Avin Sekas, for
You let Shadrach talk before me. Anyway, I'll let that slide. Shadrach, a technical man.
Sajat Toya, politics and enter anything.
But I don't see where I want to influence. Thank you, Junior. Let me tell you, Junior, when it comes to learn writing like that, when you don't learn, you don't have a legitimate document. What we refer as
the
deed.
councillor yet to know, you must be careful how you discussing law.
Yeah.
So you don't have to develop it no matter what, except you get this agreement with your owner or some agreement that you think you will be there for that period of time. Since he knew that they don't own that place, whatever they were doing there was illegal. And when the court gave the ruling, they knew they would move. All that thing they were doing was just political charade, to get bad favor from the public, and they knew that place was for them. Occupy a place for 10 years or 50 years, 20 years, it doesn't mean you own it. Do you own it because you will be there for 10 years? No. If I rent it, I spend 50 years in there putting horse, it doesn't mean I own that horse. And the landlord say you can leave, I will leave.
What?
Simple. So no resistance for them to pull up. They were just shame and they just betrayed their partisan all the time. They being power instead of being that party or pay for that place to own it. They never did it, but they reached themselves. So they for the aim unit within 6 months time, but they couldn't be one party headquarters. That was shame. That be realistic. Thank you.
Hello.
Thank you so much. CEO, let's hear you.
So I would give my dear brother, the counselor, instead of come. I got plenty political question. I know one few questions I have for him. Relates to Real Madrid. A man that's staunch.
Batista. What was my Madrid business? I pick you.
Yeah, but I'll keep it when you get on here, then I'll ask him. But as far as the CDC stuff go, I don't know if you guys remember when Honorability or last time I asked him about how political parties are established in Liberia and how they are built around individuals, and then when the individual tend to leave, and then you start having issues like this. So I was it kind of is a coincidental stuff, but the question I asked him, that's the same thing I just happened to CDC. So hopefully the rest of the political establishment in Liberia can learn from this to be able to have something of their own. I saw Senator Darius Dillon made a post about, instead of us laughing at CDC, we should learn from it and start to acquire our own spaces. And I think he was urging Unity, I don't know Unity Party, but what do you call them? Liberty Party to do the same. But yeah, that's all I have. Hopefully everyone learns from that going forward to have something established for themselves.
Even they were infected after they left our 12 years, they don't own that no place, they were infected too.
So, gentlemen, the councillor is here this evening. Let's say good evening and welcome to the show, Councillor Garrison Dode Yelu Jr.
Yeah, thank you for welcoming your show, and I think it's my meeting appearance today, and I really look forward to having a great show with you guys.
It's been a while, since the senatorial election. I don't know whether you've appeared on radio stations in Nima, but I want to assume that this is your first appearance.
Yeah, honestly, since the senatorial by-elections in Nimba, this is actually my first appearance on any radio station in Liberia or any out of Liberia because I had decided to go solo and focus more on my legal profession. And then we will sit down, recalibrate, and then re-strategize to see if the need would be for me to come back on to play at other roles in the national body politics rather than taking part in legislative political process.
That's great. I mean, how have you been, since the senatorial election? How have things been with you? Let's start the discussion from there. How have you been?
Well, thank you, brother. Actually, things have been very good. I'm grateful to God that I got a very good health, and by that it enables me to go to court, practice law, and do what I think is good for me. I choose to be a career for my life, and that is lawyering. And I think since the election, overcoming the obstacles, especially with the death of those two children in a campaign, it really broke me down. Since I've been in politics way back, I've never experienced such situation, and that situation really broke me down. And you could not see the best out of me as I have been in political processes in Nimba because I'm a human being. I got those feelings and seeing people, children, you all rejoicing, and then all of a sudden they were involved in accidents. Such thing happened to them. It really broke me down. So yeah, it was a difficult time for me. And like one of the kids, Melvin, is somebody who had been with me from even the time I was going to university. He lived for me in the whole community. So I've been doing Melvin for a very long time. So seeing his life ending at that, it really broke me apart. So yeah, not been easy, and we have just tried to overcome it and see how we look after his children and so forth, and what we can do. And the other little girl from Gampire Rita, we too we digging about how since school is about to open, how we can make some intervention with our children. So these are concerns we have, but I think we apart from the two children business, everything is good because politics is just the game. So and today could be good and another day could be bad. So it's not anything that will break any politician down. You expect these things to happen in politics.
Yeah, seriously. So, what are plans on the way for the people of Nima, the people of Belige, where you cherish a lot, the people of District 4, Tuarewa, that you cherish a lot? What are plans for them on the way? I know this is a first appearance, so we want to give you the opportunity to tell us everything before we dive into politics.
Well, thank you so much, my brother. The first thing is that, the 2023 election left a mark in the district of divisions, families are not speaking, brothers are not speaking, sisters are not speaking, nephew cursing, and the list goes on. And then when the late Senator Johnson passed away, and then we have this situation with the by-election. The core issues in Gallagher and District 3 and 4 have been, you should have come to see how we can reconcile our differences first before the issues came about. So even when I appear on radio come before the election, it was the thing everybody said. It was better you come for to resolve some of the issues because there are issues that we know we wrong kill, some of our children wrong kill, and there are issues also that your follower cause harm to us and then they cause pains on other people too. So you as a leader, you have come to reconcile the district and then going forward, then we can talk political thing. And for me, I accepted it where it was something because when I appear on the radio, I wish time we had registered and then the citizens were very concerned about reconciliation. I put it at the back of my mind that honestly, no matter the situation after the election, my first and foremost thing would be reconciliation. I think if you follow my post 2 weeks ago, I talked about reconciliation, how you have to go beyond the asshole and take your ego from there and put the interest of the people first and see how you can bring your people together. Because in leadership, one of the key elements of a leader is when you manage to put your people together and reconcile, and then you are a good leader. You cannot be a good leader and your people are divided. You cannot be a good leader when your people are fighting each other. So we have to remove those obstacles, those situations, those pains, those anglings we have in the district, and let our people accept each other as citizens of Grenadier district. And then when we finish with Grenadier, we extend to Buya, we go to Zogba, we go to Tapeta, all over Nema, and preach the message about reconciliation rather than about garrison. This thing is not about garrison, right? I'm not the first person who have been contesting. There are other people who contested, they are not tasted legislative seat before. But for me, I have been opportune to have tasted it, served, and then my brother DK will tell you, when we were at the legislature, they know the influence we carry on the floor and how we make the case for NEMA. So nobody can even discount me when you're discussing legislative achievement in NEMA. In 6 years, having over 30 some more president in one electoral district, problem. That tells you what we did for the people of the district here.
That's great. I want to set the pace of the discussion out of politics for somebody is not muted. Okay, good. Shadrach, please keep your mic muted until we come to you to ask your question. Like I said, I want to set the pace of the discussion outside of politics first before we go into political discussion. During the entire campaign, you were seen as one of the folks, one of the formidable forces in the election. But at a certain point in time, let's say after the death of two of your supporters, you went down. But I want to ask you this question. What do you think led to your defeat in the senatorial by-election?
Well, like you laid the premise, my brother. You saw the momentum we pick up even when we launched that day in Gompa. But then the very day we have that successful program in Ganta is the same day the two children passed away in a tragic motor accident. And between you and myself, it was only just seeing me in touch because I was already on the ballot paper. And the only thing I was doing to just talk on the radio and say, so that I can meet the minimum benchmark as per the national election law, so that I cannot be barred from future elections. But my whole body and soul was not in the election. The reason is, between you and myself, that is one of the things that broke me down. I cried bitterly because Melvin was like a son to me. Melvin grew up with me in the whole community. When he came back to Nima, every time Melvin lived in Ghana, he got a problem, I would solve this problem. Melvin was just about me. So to see a young man who have so much dedicated himself for me going that way, my brother, it was just because we were already on the ballot paper, so we could not go. You know, if I really wanted to win election, I wouldn't have been sitting in Ghana. My base would be incomplete. My base would be incomplete because that's where I'm from. My politics is more obsessional. It's very sectional, and you can't leave your base and can't sit down to another person's base. But the fact is, there were a lot of political undertones, and we look at. So people will not understand some of the issues. But the election that just passed, it was not an election that I was taking serious when the two children died. I said it was over for me. I had been the period for withdrawal from the process and what withdrawn from the process. But at that time, NEC had printed the ballot papers, nothing you could do. So painstakingly we went into the process, knowing very well, I care less whatsoever thing that happened. My concern is that the election should come and go, we go and bury Melvin and get up the effective burial. And then
Honorable, you having some kind of break in. Can you please try to change your location or you drop to enter the studio again?
Much better, yeah?
No, no, it's still the same.
Huh?
It's still the same. You
Oh,
still
you Ganta now.
Yeah, so what we do,
Then
let's put
I'm
you in the
going
back and then you rejoin.
okay.
Yeah. Let's try to put the honorable man in the back. Was I the only person getting the feedback from him, or is across?
It was all over. So all of us just have to mute until it's your
Yeah,
turn. But it's
yeah.
from
How
him.
come? Yeah, his mic is giving some kind of problem.
I think it's from him, Matt. From
Yeah,
what I
his
see.
mic is giving problem. But again, folks, if you're just joining us, you're listening to the Heat Tower here on BKS Television. On the Heat Tower, we say dialogue and not confrontation. We say words and not bullets. On today's edition of the show, we have with us Councillor Garrison Dode Yelu Jr. We'll be discussing issue affecting Nima, issue affecting Liberia, and all of that. So when the councillor comes, we're going to dash straight into the questioning. We'll start with Afanso. From Afanso, we go to the CEO. From the CEO to DK to Siawete and the rest of the folks. If you ask a question, we'll put you in the back, and then we bring other people that are in the back to ask their questions. So, like the way we did it last night to Susan, you can take the question from anywhere, from Belige, from you can take it from anywhere, national politics, local politics, and let's do it like that because we do not have time in our favor to go point by point. Council, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay.
Council, are you using phone?
I'm using for I think that is studio doing that though because I'm in the room and nothing here. I think it's a
You using phone? Just restart the phone. You using phone? Restart the phone. Let's see.
yeah.
But DJ, why you yelling at that for?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, I tell you, not hearing me. But I want people to hear my council. So leave me alone today, please.
Yeah.
John, just tell him to restart your phone. Maybe your voice sweet. My own voice not sweet.
He could use another phone. I think it's from the Mac.
Here's one of my guy.
On the phone, man, sometimes when you restart your phone, sometimes no feedback can go away.
DK, can you call him? Yeah, Becky, please do that for us. Let's welcome to the show, Sis Lorena Donker, our veteran J. Holder Noah, and also the honor reserve deacon or pastor from Inland Church, Yelese Va. Yelese, welcome to the show. What's on your mind this evening, Chief? While we await the counselor to join us, we gotta keep the show going.
My man, don't do me that example, man, please.
So they got reserve deacon.
I know that Jimmy brought out a topic the last time. I know we wanted to deserve. Anyway, we'll play that song. Anyway, thank you for tonight's show and hello to everyone in studio and listening to our voice tonight. We are here and I hope we're going to have a good time with the counselor. I hope it's not been hacked by those from Monyon. He knows exactly what I'm talking about, but hopefully we'll have him back with us again.
Yeah, you saw CDC evasion process today. The minute had that thing like brother, CDC are going to misbehave. I know you're strong.
That the thing now, CDC, we finished burying CDC, but CDC going behind it all back.
Anyways, Councilor, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Okay. You're good now. So let's start the line of questioning with you, Afanso. Your two questions from you. We go to the C. No, let's start with the CEO.
I told you. So since I'm not in the whole political questioning thing, let me be the first to just, welcome our counselor, my dear brother. As he previously stated, he said since the election, he has never appeared on any platform. So to choose BKS TV to be a first appearance, I mean, we have to give it up to him. I want to say thank you so much. When I called him today, he said, "Yeah, my brother, I'll be there." So I want to say thank you so much for sharing our platform and being part of this. This is our own thing, our NEMA platform and national platform. So we look forward to hosting people like you on our show going forward. I just want to say thanks for that. But then my question I had before you're going to the politics is about Real Madrid. I don't know what your take is on Madrid. I was reading something. I think last season was a terrible season for you guys. 84 goals or losses, especially with the 4-0 against PSG. I don't know what's your take on the next season, what you guys are looking up to, what you think will be your season going forward.
Well, this season is Real Madrid season. At least last season, we have a situation. The injury actually the steps up. And we're not looking at Manchester United without injury and they cannot prove anything. You have almost 9 to 10 of our players injured. And then at the time, we could not read back. So the transfer window was closed. We could not go in the transfer market. But with the team I'm looking at, we start on a very slow pace, but trust me, we'll win La Liga, we'll win the Champions League. And that what makes Real Madrid. We are a powerful team, and we know when to pull the trigger. So we're not looking at a team that is 14 when you combine Barcelona, Manchester United, Chelsea, then when you put all of them, trophy they are won together, they still cannot beat Real Madrid Champions League record. So we're just a powerful team. And when you are powerful, people will envy you. And that's exactly what is happening with Real Madrid. We are powerful, we produce the best. And so envy us. No, man. We will try to help Manchester United win a trophy this season. We are praying along with them because we have a very go into children, to bring children to raise them, we bring into the charity. And trust me, we'll win La Liga and we'll win the Champions League this season.
Thank you. I just want to say that I appreciate you coming. I'm going to step back and let DK then and all the other people then take over because we got certain space on here. So I will be in the back. So I wish you guys a wonderful show.
Yeah. Thank you, CEO. Thank you so much. Whoa.
Yeah. Thank you.
We're still experiencing the same problem. I think it's probably okay now. Alfonso, ask a question.
Thank you. Welcome, Sion brother and Councillor daughter. Welcome to the show. I want to ask you this. Yeah, I want to ask you. I follow you in NEMA politics throughout, and once upon a time, you and Senator Koga were best friend. Y'all campaign together when you were campaigning for the senatorial seat. He campaigned for you, and equally so in 2023, 2024, the by-election, you campaigned for him. Is it still there or in Gomba? Councillor? Let me come back. Let me ask him this. They are simple question, then you go. He gone back, right, John?
Yeah, he dropped. I think DK need to call him to either switch to computer or something. DK need to call him to switch to computer or something. But let's go for this break. When we come back, we will continue with the discussion here this evening. Let's go for this short break and we're going to be right back.
ganu sama bleo, ajaya weo, keja iwe, today no da yo ganu sama bleo, sebe iwe. Si ado wanza ge se mare ao, wanza ge se mare, so apa na wanza ge se mare ao.
We should have here can understand crime. I think that DK, eh?
I mean, the job pressing Garrison, you do the team finish.
Don't fool him.
Yeah, but I think somebody trying to get to the counselor so he can rejoin us on the show. Once he comes, we will be able to continue.
So host,
Yeah,
host, the two of you, one person had to drive.
Yeah, when I ask my question, I will drop.
Yeah, because you can't answer the studio is full.
When I ask my question, I
So
will
I
drop.
don't know why you have to pay attention to that because they all be here. There's no space for the guests to come. How do you ask a question?
Yeah, I would drop. Then Alfonso will kick off after someone else, then we can continue. But let the guests enter in the studio first. Until then, let's hear from you, Sis Lorena. You saw the demolition process today. Let's forget about the political side. How long will that place be before it be developed?
Good evening. Good evening to all of you. Well, I cannot speak to that because I don't know the financial strength of the owner of that estate. But what I can speak to in regards to what happened today, that really broke me is the fact that police officer was caught on camera stealing Bull Street weed. He has gone on national duty, and I don't know whether there was a girl that had been talking behind him to get her weave or to whatever was the problem, or whether he took it to go resell it. I really don't know what was the problem, but to see him that in this age that everything that happens on camera, and then and then having our police uniform on. And besides that, the security is supposed to protect life and property. Even if there was not camera, it's to serve with integrity. And then he was seen, looting broad daylight. It really broke me down. It really made me to act like, a lot of questions are running through my head. So for me, that what took my whole time today for that whole thing that was happening because the arrangement between TDC and the estate owner, they didn't work. So whether the court say they should leave, whether the court say they should whatever, I don't want to speak to that. Because I just got distracted by that whole police officer business. I think one girl somewhere pushed me very hard to have done that. Yes,
Thank
that's
you.
what I want to.
Well, even me, I observed something today. They found two guns. I think one was a snapper and the other one was something else. I don't really know the name of the gun, but then
Say
the
three,
policeman
not two.
what?
Three, not
Three,
two.
right?
Three.
Good.
Three.
I saw the police officer. He went straight. He picked up the gun with his bare hands. How do you preserve evidence on a gun now? I
Yeah, I
think
even made a post about it
you know, some of
today.
that
I
ID
was
thing that, you know.
Yeah, I made a post about it today. I was like disappointed in the police as a whole because if you even want to twist fingerprint, it will be your fingerprint. So they just grab it. So with all the beautiful police cars that pass, I thought they should have emergency kit in it, which include gloves and other things. But he just
Thank,
grabbed those things with our bare hands. So I felt kind
thank
of
you.
disappointed.
Thank you. Over to you now, Alfonso. Let's be brief with the question because I think the council of the network is not really okay. So let's be brief with our question. Then you can.
Yeah, yeah. I was just asking the counselor that in 20, I mean, when he was vying for the senatorial seat, oh,
Yeah.
it was counselor one, yeah, but political.
He dropped me. I don't really know what's going on. He's back. I think he's back.
Counselor, oh, the network is keeping you. All right. Let me ask my question. I know the counselor is back. The people are singing with the counselor. They are not part of the crown, honestly. Counselor, you were like contesting for a senatorial seat, and your best friend at the time, Samuel Koga, whether he's still your best friend, I don't know, but he was your best friend at the time. Samuel Koga supported you. During your turn against Yantua, you supported, you carry all around the country. And just of recent, he was contesting, and you went against me, say contesting also alongside with him. What was the actual problem between the both of you?
Well, thank you, my brother. Let me make this for the records today. Koga remains my big brother, my best friend, and the one I trust. Koga and myself, our relationship, I don't see anything that will destroy it. Politics will come and go. It's just a seasonal thing. But I have Koga at my heart. I love him. I cherish him. Because in my whole life, my brother, it's hard to do good. And anybody who comes to your aid at a certain time in your life, don't forget about them. And I wear on Koga and say, look, people will talk. But our relationship between Koga and myself, for you to someone will say it will be broken down because of politics, they just daydreaming. Koga and myself will do all, will reconcile our difference, where we have issues, we'll talk in each other's face. I will tell him my heart and he will tell me his heart. Traditionally in Nimba, big brother and small brother don't get killed now. You know that. So even if Koga and myself go, you know, go my blood, go violently, I will still got to tell him sorry by tradition. I got to swallow that ego and live by the tradition and tell him sorry. He's my big brother. Absolutely. And I got a respect for him. Yeah, people will talk political things and this and that. But the bounds that Koga myself have created, it will be a very hard thing for us to say is going apart. He's my brother. I love him. And I just consider Koga to be like a big brother from the same man, the same pa. That's mean that I see Koga to be. Don't mind the political rhetoric and this, that, and that. But for me, I see him to be my big brother from the same man, same father. Koga calls my mother and talk to them, calls my father and talk to them. So you see the kind of relationship we have, that's what we have. So politics will come and go, but our relationship, no matter what happens, we'll maintain the relationship.
Thank you. Thank you. My second question, you preaching the unity in Beli and Nima as a whole. Are you willing to also unite politically between you, Koga, Jeremiah Kun?
My brother, like I said in the post, we're not keeping any door closed. We said we want to reconcile our people. And you cannot go to reconciliation. The people say we want to make peace between you and the president, then you say no. Then you are not honest with the reconciliation. When you go into reconciliation, you must go to reconciliation openly and be able to swallow your egos and swallow the bitter pill and accept the fact that for the sake of our people, we will reconcile. And for me, I see politics. My politics is that after political time, I got nothing against anybody. Time for politics, we talk political thing. When politics finish, I'm done. I see you in this. Even people who can curse me, say all kinds of negative things about me. When they see me in the street, I hug them, we joke, we move on. Do you know that there were people who insulted me and said all kinds of things about me in this going election? or even in past election, and I have represented them several times in Monrovia, represented their family in courtrooms without even taking a dime from them. That's the type of person I am. I don't hold things against people. I was born in October. With the October born, we thought our thing we finish. We don't keep anything in us. So to hold things against people is not my nature. But we are firebrand people now. The way you see the October ring, you can count how we're looking. On Reddit, we talk like that. But we are not bad people. October people, we are very good people. I'm a laborer, so we are very good people, very considerate, but people don't understand us. The reason so that we come out strong because if we show our weakness, people will take advantage of it. So we come to be a tough person, but or the laborer, they are not actually tough people. But we always present ourselves to be like that. So reconciliation, the door open. And there is nothing that bigger than reconciling our people and making sure we keep the doors open for everyone to come. And the doors will be open.
Thank you so much, Council. Let's hear you, DK, your two questions. I want you guys to be straight to the questioning. Don't go about explaining how you and Councilor Garrison swallowed GB to get all the things. I beg you. Just ask a question, Chief.
Thank you, John. Thank you, at least the way you wanted me motivate to all the other panelists. But it's good. Welcome, be better. Welcome, be better and comrade. John, just 1 second. Garrison is the only be better. Every time I hear myself fighting.
I'm learning your dancing. All the dancing I do now, you are learning from now. I can see you training. I said, look, I don't want you training here. And then we'll go ahead.
Thank you, big brother. Thank you. Like I said,
the council dropped the line. You got it. Yeah, you got to hold on.
Yeah, while we are waiting, let me make the point. Garrison, I'm not near Garrison anything. The marketing and all the hard joke. Everything Garrison and myself will do, he will call me and say, "Oh, come there. I the one you're dealing with that." So he's very lively. So I'm not even a comrade, but he referred to me as comrade. So he's my big brother that I really, really admire. But other than that, we still have to hate him though, because he's here. So my question is, I should not explain plenty. There's allegation against you that
Marcus walk.
Jay, you hearing me?
We hearing him. Council, are you there?
That's what you hearing me?
Yeah.
Okay, Jay, I had to check on him again. My person then hacking our councilor stuff.
We had to do something here shortly.
The councilor is my friend. Why should I hack his stuff?
But just again, Garrison got all the other Gio and down music. Why you take the other music really with today?
You gotta give people the Gio and man people are not good. You can't vote for all. Y'all can sing all the fan song there for us. The day we try to contest, y'all leave us out. Y'all not good people. I think the councilor will join us very shortly, but I don't really know what's happening to his internet. I don't know.
Let me talking our CDC headquarters thing.
Yeah. The imposition men want to bury CDC by force. They men want to kill CDC by all means. Let's get to you, Mr. Mapasi.
I just envy hate that.
What's your take today? Let's hear you. While we are with the councilor.
Just because I talk about CDC headquarters demolition, it just came to me. I thought you were going to DK.
Nah, DK is not happy with that thing.
Yeah, but to be frank,
Joe, go to Mapasi. Because they're very, about the people that were homeless before. Don't mind them. Those people were homeless before.
I agree now. That's what I'm about to
Me,
speak to. DJ, give me a chance. John, thank you for the question. The thing about politics in Liberia is disheartening, that politics revolves around individual, and politics in Liberia is actually to the benefit of certain few individuals and not the mass majority of the people as is being presented during political times. We saw that during the early years. After 12 years, the Unity Party could not maintain her party headquarters. Moving towards election, the party was evicted. And to many, especially Sidisha at the time, they thought the obituary of the UP has been written. Not knowing that their own party is George Weah and George Weah's interests. And politicians just sugarcoat political messages with the intent of cajoling the people to allow them state powers. And once that is done, that's all to it. As far as I know, the National Patriotic Party is the only party that the leaders was thinking about future. And so they acquire properties. Some of their property is being leased and raising resources for the future of the party, that institutionalization, and that is good for our democracy. Unfortunately, unlike the MPP, the two leading parties, quote unquote, in Liberia of today have not realized the interests of those they govern. They've not realized the interests of the future of the very political institution that bring them to power. They enjoy power and forget about the people, like eat sweet and forget about to it. So it's unfortunate to see the emblem being broken as it was yesterday.
Thank you. We'll go back to that discussion. Let's conclude our conversation with the councillor. Over to you, Siawite. Your two questions from you will go to Yelesia, from Yelesia to Mr. Hoda Noah and the rest of the folks.
Thank you, Junior. And good evening to the council. Brother, it's a pleasure to see you on this platform.
You're welcome, my brother.
Yeah, thank you. For me, my question is about the issue of the local government act, because you have been in the legislature, and I wanted you to provide little information, your opinion as to what's your opinion on the amendment of the local government act that was proffered by Grand Jide County representative. I wanted to get your thought as a councillor and as former legislature as well.
I have not really been following it. What the amendment is about? Share with you?
Yeah.
I say, what is the amendment is about?
Yeah, the 2018 local government act that talks about the decentralization act. His position is actually about the legislature or the county legislative caucus having oversight over the budget and the planning preparation of the county. And for them, there are other political sides who they have raised, from other points. But the key reason is that they want to be part of the budget planning process, the budget and the planning process. So, the local government act give exclusive right to the local government to make decision. For example, like setting up the county council and making decision from the county council. I thought, but anyway, if you are not read that, then there's no need
come to it.
Yeah.
The act by itself did not give the local authority the right to appoint who will be on the council. If you can recall, in 2023, we went across the country to set up the county council that have the lifespan of 4 years across the country. So by that, there are people taken from diverse backgrounds, the disabled, the chiefs, the youth, the civil society, they all have their representations on that council. So, and this is a troubling situation. Law is not made by the ordinary people. Those who make the law, they are the lawmakers. And when you make the law and assert yourself of an authority and give that authority to administrative agency, then you come back to say you want to amend the law, is troubling. Because that law gives the authority to the local authority to supervise the budget. And they will only make report to the caucus on how they appropriate money. So coming back to say, and the main reason in the minds of the policy maker that will decide that the local government thing we should take it from the politician is that the interest of the politician was one of the cardinal issues when we go for county council. They may want 1 year district, other person want 1 year district, and so forth. So we say let's give it to the local people who are on ground, who know what affecting their people to make decisions affecting their people, rather than politicians making a decision that benefits him or his regime. So to even amend the act, it means that you are killing the local government act in by itself. This is the same situation we have with the code of conduct. The initial intent of the code of conduct was abused in 2022 when they amended the code of conduct. And now what a lot of people have not understood. And then people say, why is it even, yes, I agree that during the senatorial by-election, most of the government officials came to campaign for Honorable Koga. But in my mind, they violated no laws. Just as I told everybody in 2023, because in the amended code of conduct, the only people who sort of resign before they take part in politics are those who are contesting. But for people like minister, other people, government officials want to come campaign, the law is silent on it. And what the law does not expressly give, you cannot take it. So in the amended code of conduct, for example, the code of conduct is silent on public officials taking part in political process. Just as we said in 2023. Now, even when they came to campaign for us now, Senator Koga, other people have issues. I didn't know. They violated no law. And the issue of the Local Government Act, I think the way the law is structured, it is very beautiful. And if we go by it, it will put us back on the development pace. We'll do well with our country. Because politicians will not be fighting about their re-election. Rather, the people in the country will be making decisions that affect them and that will benefit them. But if you bring the politician back into the administration of the county council, trust me, we'll go back to square zero. We will go back to square zero. The money will come, we will benefit nothing, and at the end result, NEMA will be Metals were in NEMA, they spent 25 years or 50 years in NEMA, and they left NEMA. We can't show anything that what happened during Lanco days. I think the way the only problem some of all how maybe for instance, city mayor of county of cities. In the local government, I say city mayor should be at least bachelor degree holder. The law says you bring high school graduate and make them city mayor. The law says those who will be appointed to be city mayor should be at least bachelor holder. Go in the local government act, you see it there. Today we got some city mayor who are just high school dropout and some of them are high school graduate. I think these are issues that in the oversight responsibility of the legislature, they should be checkmating the executive. Why is it that they are violating the code of conduct or the local government act in terms of appointing high school dropout to be city mayor? But in my mind, my own personal opinion, I think it's important that the politicians stay off the administration of the county funds and allow the superintendent to expand the money so that she can make report to them. Because if you are involved into the day-to-day running of the fund, so what report you want again? Because you know how the people using the money. So when you are involved into it, is always your conflict you into robustly carry on your legislative oversight. And in my mind, if we are going for amendment, then it will not help us. If you read that local government act, a lot of good things in that law that will benefit this country. Because very soon we will be talking about electing superintendent. Superintendent will be elected and they will not be serving at the will and pleasure of the president. Now they will be focusing more on satisfying the needs of the people rather than satisfying the presidency. So a lot of good things in the local government act. And in my mind, I don't think we should go back to it. All we should do, the rolling up period, we allow it, the 5 years, the 10 years, when those time finish, what happens now next is for us to go to full implementation of the law. And that law will benefit this country. It will make the country to develop. Like, for instance, you got the revenue sharing law, right? Which came out of the local government issues. And they are setting revenue generated from the county. 40% of that money should be left in the county for development. So all of these things, they are in that law. And if we hold that law, then we can NEMA will not even be depending on metal steel because we are generating more money. All we have to do is to encourage our people to pay their taxes and then pay. Once we generate more money, 40% of that money will be left in our county for development. So in my mind, there are a lot of good things in the law that does not require us to go to amend now. We have to allow the process to roll over, reach to the point where we'll be electing the superintendent that they will be accountable to the people rather than serving at the will and pleasure of the president. And then the one with the city mayor, I think the president needs to follow the law fully. The law says BSc holder. Don't go bring high school dropout. Focus on the law. Because when you have a legislation, it comes from the president, they send it to the legislature. The legislature will what? Vote upon it, pass it, and send it back to the executive. So the executive is a part of the process. They cannot be part of a process and be the same one violating the process that they were part of. So in my mind, it's very good for us to say the Local Government Act, if the rolling over period is completed, a lot of benefit will come. Because when I was serving at this government commission, we have the lady who used to be the deputy ARA boss. We were working on the formula, the revenue sharing formula. How the 40% and the 60% for the national government, how it will be divided and what process. So it can't go back to say going to escrow account, then national government sit down over it, then for all to access the money is difficult. So we were working on a clear formula that each of the counties will have their own account, and if you collected this year 100 million from NEMA for certain commodity and revenue, that 40% should automatically go into NEMA account. It should not go sit down at the central bank in escrow account from the central government, whether we can't say to borrow the money they do or DHO cover hole. You understand? The essence about the Local Government Act is to bring more development and get the people directly involved into decision-making process that benefit them. And I think nothing wrong with that law. So in my mind, there is no reason why we want to even amend the law when the law is not in full swing. You can't leave the law halfway.
Thank you, Council. Thank you, Council. One of your brother is on the phone. I want to ask a question briefly. We wanted to bring him, but the studio is full. He's brother Kerewo Gonglo. So he said we should open the line. Our technician is back to put the numbers up, but we want to take the question from him. Are you ready for that?
No problem, my brother. I will hear for tonight.
Okay, Kerewo, are you hearing us?
Yes, I did. I don't hear you. Hello, Councilor Garrison, hello.
Yeah, big brother, long time. Good to hear you here, man.
Oh, Councilor?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm listening to you, sir.
Okay, so I just want your opinion on certain thing. Few weeks ago, Honorable Gompu Kagon appeared on this platform, and he accused the followers and supporters of Vice President Jeremiah Cohen of operating what he calls 6-6 movement in Nimba. And what he meant by that was those who do not agree with their so-called One Nimba or Project 2029, they cast them as anti-Nimbayan. And there's also the other view from some people, invariably Kun supporters, who believe that any Nimba person who does not support or who is critical of Kun, that person is not a true Nimbayan. You are a lawyer, someone trained to protect the rights of others, and you understand the Liberian Constitution. So I just wonder your thoughts on this. Where do you stand? Do you believe that in terms of holding opinion, in terms of having different political thoughts, personal or individual ambition in Nimba, the so-called Nimba interests and what have you, what are your thoughts? What can you say about the rights of every Nimbayan to exercise and hold opinion and what have you? What can you say on that, and what advice can you give the group that Gompo Kagon called the 6-6 movement? What advice can you give them? My question.
Okay, thank you, big brother Kelebo Gongo. It's nice having you here. And honestly, I did not listen to our Kagon interview, but let me provide my legal knowledge on what I do know. Political participation and right to associate and not to associate is a right that is guaranteed under Article 17 of the Constitution for me. And that right cannot be imposed by anybody. If I choose to join CDC, it's my right. If I choose to join CMC, it's my right. If I choose to go back to Unity Party, it's my right. So, in the case of example coming for Joseph Waka, what the Supreme Court said, and Chief Justice Francis Coppola reading the opinion said, the right to join the CPP, it was a right reserved for the man who went and joined. And the right to leave the CPP, it was also the right reserved for the president. So it tells you that as a citizen of a country, you have a right to associate whatsoever party you want to associate with, and you have the right not to associate. And in my mind, I don't think if the vice president office will be targeting people because they are affiliating or associating with other parties.
I think that his network is the problem. Let's see how we can make him to rejoin. Um,
But the man was almost like defending the vice president office. So I don't know why people to be see and I advise me I'm going to blunder the show. So thank you.
Y'all need to invite one of the LTA commissioner here, man. This network thing in Liberia is
But how LTA man, LTA man, struggling with internet.
The LTA man is struggling with internet.
You might be in town.
I'm not behind town. Listen to what I'm telling you. I'm telling you that we have to invite some of them here so we can discuss critical issues with them.
They are technicians, struggling.
Okay, so what I want to say to Brother Kelebo, those who feel that if you are not in the vice president office or on the vice president side, it means you are anti-Nimbanian. I think they are trading on the wrong path. Because nowhere in our body politics, even with the great Jackson Fiado, 1985, you still had DK, one of the other guys who were supporting Bacchus Matthew and other people supporting other kind of parties. That did not take the Nima spirit away. It kept the Nima spirit together. When you are a leader of a county, your sole responsibility is to reach out to people who feel that they are aggrieved. And when you get them, they will voluntarily make a decision to support you or not to support you. But you can't say because they don't support you, they mean they are anti-Nimbanian. And in my mind, I don't think it's right. Because the Honorable Supreme Court in the Joseph Boaka versus example me in the CPP case, they make it clear that if I, Garrison, want to join a party, that's my right. If I join a party, I want to leave the party, that's my right. And the Chief Justice, Francis Kokbo, read the opinion of the court. If you go and find that opinion, you will see it there. And how today, Ambassador Joseph Walker then was qualified to contest on the Unity Party ticket. So we can't come by and say, everybody in Nema will join one political party, not true. What you need to do is for you to convince people to join you. And if you cannot open your arms to bring people to you, the people will stay in their comfort zone. And when they leave in their comfort zone, your vote will be divided. Because, trust me, I Garrison get people who believe in me. Or Caron get people who believe in him. Or Marcus David get people who believe in him. So every one of us, way back when in high school, we did a story in literature called The 51st Dragon. And in that story, the author said, there is something important in everyone. So it's a difficult thing. Their way should be to convince people not to want to blackmail people and say the people they are anti-Nimba people. To be a true Nimbanian is relative. The one you think is your belief, it will not be my belief. But if you reach out to me and you convince me and I take a willing decision to join you, that's my mind. I come into it with my body, with my soul, with my everything. That's me right there. But you can't force me to anything. I can tell everybody in this country, my brother, my father brought me up to be an independent person. Going by Vineland, even he taught us if we eating our soup to GB with Zekba, we should be proud of it. So that nothing can move me. But in politics is give and take. You must be able to reach across the aisle to talk to other people and convince them to come on board. You cannot force people to come to you, but you can talk to them. You can convince them to come to you. And when you convince them,
thank you, Councillor. Councillor, your line is still breaking in and grinding. I don't know what's going on, but yeah.
I really wish I was in Monrovia for this show for them. I'm in Gompa.
It's not really the network.
I think that the phone is grinding, so you can use different. Also, you got plenty. You got 2 minute phone. You switch to another one before we start hitting you from the other angle.
Jelly, the law making phone again, or then you switch to the real phone.
Even the one, don't make us start hitting you soon because I said to at the end of the show.
So yeah, just a teaser. So I think we got a number on the screen composed of one number from Africa, one from East Africa, one from Liberia, and one from America. So anybody who want to call and make your points or ask questions, you can do that. The number is right on the screen there. So yeah, before you get come, I think we have to start to discuss some issues that Lorena was discussing about CDC eviction and other things.
So one of the things, Alfonso, let me say this: when the council come back, Lorena is a female, so we need to give her the chance to ask.
Yeah.
To be frank, we need to get chance to people that are actually in Liberia to ask. Liberia, Africa in general. Let them go with their network wahala, then we can remain. Those are all who are stable. My person friend, he can be so relaxed.
So welcome back, Councillor.
But they beat the top blood from your nose. You can be defending all kind of people.
Welcome back, Councillor. Don't mind DK. Just want you don't put for you a local here and be talking here. So I don't know who are next to ask question. Don't show your hand.
Listen, that clear
Let's take you.
I thought people be men there. That clear.
Oh, okay.
My question,
The
Finina.
River Mel. Now, let me allow. Yeah.
See how we ask your last question from you. We go to Yelese.
Okay. See how it.
Thank you, Chief. I know the show will be interactive just at the council network. I know network or the microphone giving problem tonight, but it's good. Council, I just wanted to, and the Nima people and some intellectual class, sometimes they are being concerned about your role at GC. People want to know what were the reform you carry on at GC that you'll be remembered for today, and what were the challenges, and how did it impact your role at GC? How did it impact Nimbai as a whole? Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, my brother. You know, GC, when I went to GC, it was almost like a dead institution. And we revamped the whole place. In fact, we moved the place into a perfect location that will showcase it to be a policy-driven institution. And then the next thing we structure the staffing, bring qualified people into strategic position. And when I went to GC, the only vehicle, for example, that was to GC, that was the only bus that I've been there for over 10 years. I can tell you, I left GC with at least 9 cars. You getting me? Hello?
Go ahead, we'll get you.
Okay. So we brought a lot of professional young people, some of them from Uganda, Rwanda, who did public policy, who did development studies, and have graduate papers. We brought them and we gave them job. And today, the GC has qualified young people into strategic position. And if the opportunity is actually given, then what we were doing, they will showcase their potential and do well for the country in terms of policy paper, in terms of concept note, and developing a lot of papers. Because the reason we have a problem with the code of conduct now is that you never had technicians looking at it from a deeper eye. So when people, everybody in the country, oh, the men follow the code of conduct, the other person follow the code of conduct. But you get the recent law that was passed in 2022 December. It was printed to hand bill or December 29, 2022 rather. So at GC, we did a lot of reform. And we the issues about the revenue sharing law, the how to domesticate it, and the formula we work on it. We set up the county council in all of the 15 counties, and then we inducted them into office and get the local government act into full operations. It was under my administration. We did all of these things. And the other things we were working on, we said, look, GC should never be a policy-driven institution. We should take one step forward. And what is a one step? Those policies that we try to put into to make it to work, are we monitoring the policy to make sure that it is working or it is not working? So we start to say, then you see, that was in our mind, we start to bring out the young people to employ them so that we can deploy them in the various counties. Oh, why the mayor employing people? We make the case. At the civil service, we went there, we make the case. At finance ministry, we make the case. And even in the international partners that were there, they got convinced that we cannot be formulating policy and we don't monitor the policy to know whether it's working or not working. So we need to have monitors assigned in the various counties so that, for instance, the counties or service center, whether it's actually doing what it should be doing, are they providing services? We were telling finance ministry, you cannot be signing all the check in Morovia when we got people at the county service center. We cannot be bringing a lesson plate to print it in Monrovia when we get local or county service in Nima. So what happens to Nima? For instance, marriage certificate, they got to carry to Monrovia to print it there. So what happened to the county service? So we were saying, look, the governance commission needs to take one step forward, and then not just to formulate policy, but to take a step forward and monitor that those policies that we are formulating, we make sure that it's working and it is benefiting our people. For the Nima impact, I'll share with you and other guys, you know, you visited the governance commission, you know what we did there for young people from Nima. Today, people they're harassing, we don't, even though he have gone on to Mita still in Matua, the Kelvin Yomi, you can name over 60 young people from Nima who were qualified that went through the vetting process, they took the test, they passed, and then we employ them. We're not employing people because we want to employ people. We make sure you go through the rank and file. You will apply, you will take the test, you will go for interview, and when you pass the interview, we employ you. Today, since we left the GC, nothing we hear about the governance commission. You know, we allow politics to at times bring good people down and say, we will fight the person, we bring the person down because of political difference. No. In this country, for every one of us, whether opposition or imposition or the government people, this country for every one of us. This is the only country no one can deport me from. I love this country, just I love Nima, I love this Retiri, I love this Refo. You know, the two districts, my mother is from this Retiri, my father is from this Refo. They are the heart, the center of my heart. So I can tell anybody, what we do in this country is to accept each other, despite you from so, you from the other place, let's accept each other. And let's give people who have the potential the full benefit to showcase their potential and benefit this country. But when we start bringing people down because they don't support a particular regime, then all of our professionals will go. In a country that benefits today that you see, we are proud to go live in, that you guys are living in America and other places, they make maximum use of their professionals. Today in my county, Nima, we have to take advantage of the professional we get in Nima. We should not consider the intellectual class of the country to be enemy to a certain group of people. We need to incorporate the intellectual class so that they can bring their full potential and help those who have been fortunate and blessed to be up there. You cannot succeed in a country when you're fighting the intellectual class of the country. You need it.
Thank you, Council. Thank you so much. Let's hear you, Yelese. Your two questions.
All right, thank you. Council, how you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. It's been a while, long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. Thank you for appearing here tonight. Let me take you home. We're going to our own district.
Yeah.
From the inception of District Number 4, you became the very first representative of that district. And I will ask you on this question. What are the most important lessons that you learned in your past office as representative and the most recent one at the Governance Commission?
The first thing is, one thing I learned is that the first thing I'm always grateful to my people as a young man then, in my late 30s at the time, to give me the opportunity to serve them. And in my mind, I'm so humble and appreciate the people of this district for giving me that opportunity. And because the opportunity was given me, today we see young people now venturing to politics in District 4. Because mind you, when I was coming to a contest in District 4, when I went to contest, the people told me, say, you're putting your life at risk. In fact, you know, the Cuban then, who was almost there between District 3 and 4 was on Rufangalo. So the perception that it was hard. But we acted brave. And today, because we braved the storm, we got a lot of young people coming. then came, now you have honorable must to achieve. And what I observe is generational envy. The reason you don't matter is to be you to go young people to go corporate to survive. Now he at that level. So there are people who just hate you for that. Whether you like it or not, they just hate you. You will call them, you will make peace with them, you will make peace with them 100 times, they will hate you 100 times. Not because you did anything to them, but why it should be you. At the governance commission, young people who sacrifice, we say, oh, the young people have been with us. Anywhere we find ourselves, we will make sure that we factor them in. Some of them, they went on a betraying speed. And not about myself, right? My brother, you can take your side without talking. But when somebody made you and took you from nowhere and bring you on the national scene, and you go back to lie on the person and say all the negative things about the person and say you are protecting your job. I not been for me. You the easiest thing we all should know is to be grateful to people. Like I told you today for Orokoga. Yes. Our problem was one miscommunication and nobody was taking the bold step. Orokoga is the big brother. And if you hear your little brother naming something, you drive to your house and say, my man, give me a chance here. But you're not kind, oh, you know what, big brother? No, you don't do that to me. And I'm not going to get problem with me. When you come to me, you can bring me down. And say, oh, my man, give me a chance here. I will see reason. But apart from that, I get too much respect for him because we have always stood by each other. And I will not allow 2025 election to destroy what we have built for over 15 years. No, it's not possible. No matter what thing that happen, I will swallow it. I will make sure and Rokoka myself will make peace. We will be the best of friend, the brother who we have before, we will always do that. But I can say to you, life in itself is a give and take. If today was not good, tomorrow will be good. But you have to learn to forgive people. And sometimes you have to learn to swallow the egos and allow the bigger picture to flow. But the lesson from this reform is envy. You saw what happened to Orokagon? Orokagon, this is the same situation. And trust me, if we don't correct or erect checkpoint in our district, so young people can know the working of the or of the member of the legislature, you know what's going to happen? We will always be changing lawmaker. And that place require experience. The more people stay there, the more they get experience. But if every 6 years you change lawmaker, every 6 years you change lawmaker, you will not get the best. The country in America over there, know people, one congressman 30 years, 40 years, 20 years. You know why? Because the more people stay there, the more they grow. My brother DK knows the story when we were at the legislature. We were moving things. So when Orokagon came, when he started to grow, then we remove him and brought on Romancy. Then if we're not careful again, when on Romancy is about to grow, we'll remove him again, bring another person. How you think will grow? It's all because of generational envy. And when I told people I was going to reconcile with Orokagon, then nobody believed it. But you saw it. I supported Orokagon, and Orokagon is my little brother. I get all that respect for him now. When I come Ganta, I will call you. I say, oh, our man here, cook food for me. She will fix my GB, my favorite food. I swallowed it. That's the kind of relationship we have. So Orokagon is my brother. So we have to go beyond that. And those of you people from District 4, we have to educate our people. If we don't educate our people, we'll keep making one mistake and we want to expect different results and we'll not get that result. So these are the things that I learned. I think with the young people, we have to move forward and erase that thought of who is this person. They may say, well, in class here, we're swallowing GB, co-GB, we should do everything here. Who is the person to come and do this and do that? We have to erase it.
Okay, thank you. My second question has to do with our community as well. What are some policy changes that you think it requires immediate attention, and how will you initiate that?
Well, before seeing this reform, we have to carry massive awareness. For example, on the role of member of the House of Representatives or member of the House of Senate. Let them know the function of a legislator and allow the men to focus more on policy matter that benefits the district than going to the men to say, if you don't buy my baby top, I will not vote for you again. When you overburden the lawmaker, they tend to be corrupt because anything that comes on the floor now, all they look for is to get money to carry to the people, to their constituent. It is not about what policy that would benefit the people. Let me tell you, when I was the GC, I felt happy because I was working on policy that directly will impact the people rather than people coming to me. Even though every day people will come to me. That one, to my house on Sunday, I told my children, they was there Sunday for every one of us. So if the whole Nima country can come there, that's that base, we will be there. But what we really need to do first in District 4 is to carry on education. Because when we educate the people and make their mind to be mature and know exactly what they expect of their lawmaker, they will change. Other than that, you can be all the skyscraper in the district, you face all the role, and you don't buy the people baby top, you don't buy them their baby diapers, you don't give them money, you are a mean man, and they will vote you out. They will forget the good things you're doing at the legislature, and their focus will be their personal self. But we need to educate and say, look, in how much that the person will help you, let's look at the bigger picture. How the person can make laws to impact the rules. When we're working on the rule fund, when I was at the legislature on the serving as chairperson of the committee on the State Enterprise Autonomous Agency, and we started working on the rule fund, me and Senator Albert Chie. Today, Liberia is benefiting from it. Because of what? When you go by a few percent of that money is going for road fund. So probably will get more money to repair roads and then give roads contract out. So we should be thinking about policy that will put in place that will benefit the whole country, that will benefit the district in our own self pocket. And I think that every one of us, we need to educate our people. When we finish with the reconciliation process, I will be having a show on BKS, on Radio Camp, on Radio Nima, all of the radios will be doing summer care as well. We will be providing free legal education to our people on the role of lawmaker and what they should do, what they should expect of their lawmaker. I think when we start educating them, gradually they will get to grow up and then they will understand some of the things that will make them to benefit. Because they get a man give you $50 today or $100 US today. And there is no policy that he will make generally to impact you people. What happiness? Today, we didn't give everybody money, but the road fund that we work on today, what happened? It's a cross. When I went to the legislature, the first communication I ever put on that floor was for central bank to decentralize. And today, because of that communication, we get the MC Bank in San Nicolas, in Campley, and Interpreter, and in other parts of the country. Because I've experienced firsthand how our people used to come to Ganta, teachers will leave the classroom and come Ganta for 2 weeks for 1 month salary. But today, the men will leave from Bob and go to company and get salary there. The men will leave from we and Torin, here come Tapeta and get salary and go by rather than coming to Ganta. Imagine in the rainy city, the men leave from Tapeta and come Ganta. How you think you will go by? You will be here for 1 or 2 months. So who's going to teach your children there? The children will go to school, no teacher. So I was not thinking about everything should be certified in poor pocket, but policy issues. And that's why I get my own education is what policy. So that, public policy inscription is very important, especially when it will benefit the people. So that's what some of us were thinking about, but other people didn't see it like that. So that's why you and myself need to educate our people more and say the reason we let people to make policy to benefit us. Mario, we put Gabley Clinic in the national budget, Vineley Clinic in the national budget, Bayfonway Clinic in the national budget. Okay, today I'm not there, but they say in the national budget. The next thing we're fighting to put we're playing in the national budget, we are playing in the national budget, BOYOLA in the national budget. If we put all of our institutions, the way other people doing in Bond County and in other counties, the burden will not be on the politician to be buying the one for the clinic to be, they want here not there or they want not there. At least every month, every year in the national budget, small thing can go to Vineley, small thing can go to Bayfonway, small thing can go to Gabley. Now Gabley is building a health center. They're not bidding because representative giving them the money. No, they're bidding because money is in the national budget that they are getting annually. And who put it there? I put it there. My thought was about what policy we can put into place to benefit the people, not myself. You understand? So we all have to educate our people, and then when we educate them, it will be better for you and myself for the future. Because they will know what to expect. Even you that in the diasporas. The people will not even know that you can work hard for your money. When somebody call you now and ask you for $100, and you get in that $100 born of it. The man saying that in America can send me $100, $50. You know what I mean? Where can you get your money? Education is important.
Thank you, Councillor. Thank you. Because of the network of Lorena, I think we'll allow Lorena to ask a question.
Councillor Yelu, because the number is on Moses Sandy Dopo is on the phone and want to talk to you. So he has a question, so I'm putting him through because we put a number here. Moses, are you there?
DJ, after Lorena, they said Lorena never is by, he let her speak.
Okay, so
it's okay. Moses can go on. Moses can go ahead.
Moses on the phone quick.
Yeah.
Can you ask a question quick, please?
Yeah. How you doing, sir?
1 second. Apparently, his network dropped. Just hold on 1 second.
Yeah, no, you look drop, I think.
Yeah, so hold on 1 second, Moses, when he jumped back. So you're sorry, I didn't know that y'all went to Lorena because you were already on the phone. I'm sorry. Moses, he will soon be joining. He dropped the line. When he joined, then you ask your question.
Yeah. I'm holding.
Lorena said network is becoming an issue.
Mm-hmm.
What's the LTA, man?
You say where are they?
Problem tonight.
The network is becoming an issue. When he said,
I'm in Ganta. I was leaving from one occasion and going home. That's the reason why.
Your man What question is that?
What kind of question is that? What kind of unceremonious question is that?
The question was necessary. You can have a beer garden or Queen or King Empires or Farina, because I see already know all the critical places in Ganta.
God.
The rescue network.
DJ, can you please reach out to the councillor?
I came from the
That's
Ian
what
Church
we're
for
talking
evening
about.
service.
The host,
So
you can't keep the
Moses
show
Cindy is on my
like
phone. I had to drop in the
That's more
contact. The
this thing you
councillor. So
call.
Moses, let me drop you
Yeah,
a
but
contact yellow. When he comes right, then we'll get back to you.
in,
Sorry.
in the meantime, with the councillor or people magazine or talking us anything that I will have different
Keep
view on
your
the
thing for
my
peace and
man,
narrative, please.
Chris, we're not talking
Don't
about
don't
CDC
open
CMC
Pandora box
building
and
here.
go your phone.
No, if we're talking about CDC, right? When they really guest
No,
in, so
hold
I just
on,
want to give a view.
let's go, please. You say you NDR man, but you too many CDC activities.
DK Chris is not a stable partisan. He
Bob.
now I bet Chris will become CMC soon. He's not stable.
By virtue of politics, Chris is a sedition.
No, please don't try that thing. My person going to that place. Don't go to CNC. You and my person go class.
But Chris is not in Mavasin district.
No, but talking about
My man, I have no
an
interest in
executive member
CNC.
soon of the CNC.
DK start lying to people. DK start lying to people. I have no interest in CMC. I'm a Unity Party person. Please.
CMC
But
is a healthy
the
brand.
political leader of CNC endorsed you on the show the other day.
So, cooling power endorsed by Obama doesn't mean he's Democrat. Why you can't learn?
Now, down the counselor is back, so the person on the call can he go ahead with the question? Or he dropped it already?
Let Lorena ask them, contact him.
Okay, Lorena, can you go ahead to ask the counselor? Welcome back, counselor.
His network is stable yet now.
Are you there, counselor?
Is it me?
Lorena don't care.
Counselor, are you there? Yeah, Lorena don't care.
Cancel that Lorena. Whether Lorena don't care, or whether Lorena. Everyone has a question.
Ask your question.
Okay. Good evening, fellow panelists, and good evening, Councillor Yelu. Are you smiling at Boaga? They appointed you so.
Go ahead, ask your question.
Okay, so this my first question. You were explaining the the local government act. You said that city mayor should have a degree or college degree before in order to become a city mayor. So I'm like, why there is no academic requirement for who becomes lawmaker, but then there is one attached for who becomes a city mayor. And not even the presidency, neither the vice presidency. Why? So I wanted to know what's the rationale. That's my first question.
Well, in the mind of the legislature, they place it there. And
See that?
people that run in cities should be people at least a bit informed because they preside over city ordinances and so many things. And they preside over the city council. So if you have unqualified person, yeah, is a bit challenging. And if Liberia will grow to move to a developing country, then we got to take all of these things into consideration. But sometimes when we're making law, we take into consideration best practice. How is it done in other countries? As for the lawmakers and the president you talk about, the citizens themselves, they have their own requirement. And the citizen will not go to somebody coming from UNPA and yesterday they come and be president of the Republic of Liberia. No, it's not possible. Because even how will you communicate, for instance, when you go to the UN General Assembly? So there are a lot of issues that people will look at. But my thing is that I think that's the law for now. And that's what we have. Unless we amend that law, but the law requires that to be a city mayor, you should be a university graduate. And that's what we have.
Thank you. Lorena, your second question.
In the minds of the
So,
legislature, they feel that it was appropriate for them in the passing.
okay, my second question.
Sis Lorena, hold on. You will come
Yeah,
after our men that are on the phone for long.
okay, all right.
Yeah, hold on. You. Moses, go ahead. Do it fast, please.
Okay, good evening, Councilor Yellow and panelists. How you guys doing?
We are good.
All right, I just wanted to say something to Councilor Yellow because I saw a post from him on Facebook a couple of days ago that he was prepared to engage with a reconciliation in the entire BKS, which is a very good thing. It's a very good step forward because the elections are over, and as citizens of BKS district, it is about time that we all come together to reconcile and mend our broken pieces together as a people. So that's the right direction to take. But the question that I have for Onweyelu is, what is going to be the procedure that he wants to use? What the format he will be using? Is he just taking the lead as Garrison Yelu, or is he reaching out to other stakeholders in the district who were one way or the other involved as well during the elections?
Moses, you want for you to pay your ticket to go to Liberia for that reconciliation?
Yes. So I want to know how is he going to go about it. It's a very good question, Siri. I support the idea because I have been thinking in the same direction, but the leaders who are there are the ones who have been looking up to take that stand. Now, since he's taking the stand, I want to know how is it going to work so that we can also help in the process of getting other people involved to have a genuine and sincere reconciliation in our district.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Moses Tandy, thank you so much, my brother. Also, it's good to have you here. And exactly what you said is exactly what we're thinking. The process, we just we announce it, right? Because when I appear on Radio Can during the going election, almost 94% of the callers at the time to reconciliation. And they say, we are looking up to you. So when they say they're looking up to me, it's not just me as a person. They are looking up to us as leaders of BKS Statutory District. We have to come together. In this process, we're going to reach out to you all in America, all around the world. I've spoken with some of our citizens in Germany. I will try to arrange maybe with you for us to have a teleconference with our citizens in America, because we need to have a roadmap. How are we going to engage the people? So we're not going to do it to say, oh, it's a Garrison Yellow thing. No, it's a district thing. I'm going to call all of you guys to bring up your own ideas, how we're going to engage the process, what we're going to do to make our people smile again and consider us the children coming together and working together. So you all will be part of it, and it will be a process that we all will be involved into. Because I'm just taking the lead because they asked me during the one election that we should help reconcile our people. And I've decided to take the lead. But I'm not just taking the lead as a Garrison. I'm taking the lead. You two, as a politician, we're going to reach out to the two lawmakers from District 3 and District 4. We'll reach out to them. We'll talk to the two senators of the county. We'll reach out to the vice president. We'll reach out to all of the citizens that we have, so that this reconciliation can be genuine and it can be open. And when we have the reconciliation, people will respect each other, and even the boundaries that will be set, people will know each other's boundaries and respect each other's boundaries. So I will be looking forward to working with you guys in America, And we were making calls with other people too around the world, Australians, all around the world. We're making calls with people there so that we all can come together and make this thing to work for our people. Our people want to see us together, and we must take this to be a project that we all will work on.
Thank you.
For also come.
Thank you. So let's continue with Lorena, your second question.
So my second question is in regard to the reconciliation. So the Bible says everything we want to do should start from our Jerusalem. And I think your Jerusalem is District 4. And and thankfully District 4 is also within the statutory district. And I see even with the post you made and some of your followers or supporters, share the post, quoting you with your picture. Then I saw people from the other side of District 4, they were like going at each other's throat just for the post, just for the pronouncement. So I don't know whether you made a post after you consulted or you told your people what you think or what your thoughts are, or you just made a post. Um, and I don't know whether you have reached out to Representative Massier, and who is from District 4 and also from Berege, whether you reach out to him or do you have strategy or meeting out to him, because I think he is your Jerusalem in this reconciliation. Because when the people of Berege see they both for you together, and then they will say, yeah, this is real reconciliation. Do you have anything in that regard planned already, or is it already ongoing? That's my second question.
You see, reconciliation is a process. Just the announcement is just an intent, declaration of an intent. It is not a real process. And this thing is not from me. This is what the people of the district want. They want election. I have consultation with a lot of people, opinions leaders, and they told me that we need to reconcile the district. And when I did that post, what really made me happy is that people who have never called me from that district, we have always seen each other on different sides, they all call me and say they are in this process 100%. Obviously, you cannot have a reconciliation based agricultural district and you live on honest man's here and on Renata Gate out. It's not possible. But when we draw the roadmap, then series of meetings will be held, and in Morovia, in the districts, committees will be set up in the district that will come from all divides, with people in opposition, people for the government, people from the other side, people from the other side. We're going to bring everybody together on the committee that will be working in the various chiefdom. And the process will be from chiefdom to chiefdom, from chiefdom to chiefdom. Then we'll do the holistic and the general reconciliation after we have mitigated, we have solved all the problems in our various communities. Then we'll come down to the general reconciliation. Mind you, I did this before when we have this situation with Guata. Guardia was a serious problem in Sole. And in 2010, I took the bull by the horns and I was successful with it. I brought the people together. So that things that I did before, I know I can do it again. And as a preacher man that can stand on the pulpit and preach, I know reconciliation is a very important thing. You see, I'm a versatile person, lawyer, politician, and preacher man. So you see, everything there. So the reconciliation, we're not going to leave anybody out. We're going to work with every one of them. You cannot be going to a district that the policy maker will be there and you say you will not talk to them, then you will not achieve anything. But mind you, what is happening now is there are few young people in the district that feel that they have lived and survived so much on lying on other people need. They go to BM and say they're putting a this or they're putting a that. So they have just lived their that and get money. So with reconciling the district, they will close their chopping mouth. And because of that, they will oppose it. But in my heart, and people that we have spoken with from the district, from all across the district, they are all into this. Religious people, opinion leaders, and everybody, they are all into it. And they are waiting for us. So I'm not going to Facebook. It's not for me. I post my thing on Facebook. I even look at the comment and say that the first thing. Why I want to write, I communicate it, I'm done with it. So I work after it now to say this is how I want to achieve it. And I can show you before next year May, the reconciliation process in Belega Sanctuary District will be over and you will get the feedback. So all those small people that are coming up, those be writing all kind of thing. Look, you say reconcile, you see the person not speaking to the other person here. At the reconciliation, it will be solved there. The person, they're not talking. And the reconciliation will be solved. We'll say truth to each other in each other's face. And that would be it. We'll move forward. So I don't know what people are jittering when they hear about reconciliation and they are jittering.
Thank you.
People have to sit on the table and tell each other the hard truth so that we cannot repeat the same thing and go back again to another reconciliation. When we say the truth to each other, we make genuine peace. Give me a parable say you can't keep the rat of Boyaku or Goyama.
So thank you,
people.
Council. Thank you, Alfonso. I know we have Holland, Noah, Marfosin, and Chris said it. I have not asked, but can you please, gentlemen, ask your question and leave that reduce it to one? The council been here for almost 2 hours, so I am not asking question. So let's do that quick at least to give him some time to rest and let him focus on a reconciliation. He and myself will talk behind the bar. Thank you.
Okay, Council, you said to Ali, try to make your answer short for us too.
We are
We can.
politician. I
know lawyer, Mr. a politician. When it comes to explanation, I trouble.
The man is a politician. He's a preacher. He's
a lawyer. Yeah, so that's the way that I can.
So let's get to you, Jay Holland. Ask a question.
Let's get in the next 30 minutes so we can get him. We can get him a parting comment to lead. That respect.
Yeah, Jay Holland. You can add the two questions. Add in one and send it to him.
For the sake of time, I would love to reserve my question for another appearance. But I would love to make closing comment if I'm given the opportunity. Thank you.
1 minute.
Oh, hold on, I didn't know you were here too, brother.
1 minute. 1 minute. Can you make a comment?
The man said you must add. Just say something quick about the man. The man enjoying you. You want to describe the town square in New York?
I'm not in New York. Okay. I would not really want to ask questions, like I said, because the sake of time. But Garrison, I want to say thank you for stepping forward. And there are so much responsibility we all shoulder in our district and where we come from. And as you will be going to reconciliation, I want to strongly, urge you that the reconciliation will be in twofold. After your district, Nima as a county, there are other districts that other young people, other intellectuals are not, working well with each other. Other people feel ostracized. So you have to think about that too after you have done with your district. Because like you rightly said in your opinion, other people are alleging that if you do not support a NIMA project with a particular individual, it means that you are not, for that person. I don't think the words are good. We all are in bias and we must enjoy, the land space that God has given us in good faith. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's get to Mafosin. Ask a question, Mafosin.
All right. Thank you. I just would like to follow the path of order. I think Yelu during the inauguration ceremony, you and I were together, and there were a couple of things we talked about, especially concerning reconciliation and how to build a united front as people from Nimba. And from your discussion tonight, I really don't seem to see anything different. Your posture to me is good. And I just want to say, continue the path you're on. Let's reach out Let's hold together and build NIMBA. We will talk after here, and I will want you to have a second coming so we'll be able to discuss quite a couple of things. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Chris Lee, your question.
Thank you. Let me say good evening to the veterans.
Mhm.
I will combine my questions together and you will just answer it. Uh, the first one is how to do your removal from the institution you are serving. So I want to understand is your removal was a legal or it was illegal? It was political reason, what the reason? And my last question had to do with you represented a young man who gave tribute or spoke on behalf of a party at the Godfather funeral in Ganta. And when that young man returned back to Monrovia, he was immediately dismissed from the government. As a legal person, was that fine or how do you look at it? Thank you.
Okay, brother, without anything of sentiment, let me say this to you. The Supreme Court already said that my removal was unconstitutional, it was illegal. And then, after the court had ruled, there was a selective consideration. The guys from the Southeast, they were considered, they kept their positions, and Nimbani went after each other. So Town Tatars, Garrison, you all left. But Andrews Peter left at the National Identification Registry. The other guy, the lottery, National Lottery Authority, left there. They competed at tenure. As we speak, Andrew Peter still over there. But we all were removed for the same and sole purpose. We campaign. The Southeasterner, in spite of the difference they have, political difference, they stood behind their brothers and said no. They went to Boaka and said no, lead the people. The court have ruled. In Nima, we say we'll bring them down. We'll bring them down. So we have to graduate from this. Our unity can't be only when we all say John, 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 John. In the past, DK once already were part of the United People's Party, Bacchus Mafia Party. You have other people supporting other people. You have other people supporting Samuel Doe. You have other people supporting Jackson Fiado. One thing that they didn't do, it never destroy their unity. In spite their different political reading and persuasion, the Nimbat unity was never destroyed. Today, brother, the Nimbat unity is only when everybody sing the same song, hallelujah. But when they sing hallelujah, joy, and you sing Jesus, my only friend, you are the enemy of the country. I don't think that is the intent of our unity. Look, there were people who used to insult me on Facebook when I was appointed at governance commission, they wanted a job, we gave them the job. About people called unity. It to swallow your ego and think about the bigger picture. Like the situation you just mentioned, in my mind, is against political free speech. Why would you dismiss someone because he expressed his thought conscientiously and how he feels? The good leader is the one who people talk to and accept and move forward and learn from it. But when you start removing people because they express themselves, you know what will happen? Everybody will be singing the song you want to hear. At the end result, when the election is coming, they will deceive you. Allow the people to speak so you can learn from the early stage your mistake and correct your mistakes. And why is good in leadership is to give the people the opportunity to speak. Somebody you are dating this before. It was because the post spoke earlier. People, the only way we're not doing it, we're not doing the one. We not get cleaning, so we not get house, we not get it one year. Then I write it down. I learned from them a whole lot. So the best thing we can do in the country, first is to accept each other and respect each other's boundary. And if I know you are in across the Kavala River and I have to go on the other side, the best thing I can do is to convince you to join me. Is to convince you to join me. But if you say, because I'm not on your side, or because I freely express myself, and you take that to be an issue and dismiss me, I will do everything. But mind you, when you take bread from one person's table, there are a lot of people who are also associated with that table. You are also creating more enemies for yourself. So we have to grow beyond that and accept people, no matter what they say. I can't do to you something people can say, can be obvious. But when I see them in the public space, we all embrace each other, we laugh, we joke. And I can tell you, there are people who go on Facebook and insult me and they got issues with or legal issues to call me about representing them. I can name more than 15, 20 Libanese who have had issues. They have insulted me before. And I want to free them from police prison. I want to free them from the court and represent them. One of the young person that my sister Lorena Donka was talking about, as somebody who has free over 20 times from police station when they incarcerated him without taking a dime from him. But I saw him writing in a few days. But I got nothing to do with him. That's not good now. So it did not mail the problem tomorrow and you call me, you didn't want to go there. I will go there. I will go there. Because me, you go to Ominga, you go to Kingsley, Arai, or Morris, if you go soon, you say Nima, you say to Airport Garrison. You can say Nima for free lawyer there. I just want to say to you, we have to accept criticism. And that can help you to grow and do your best. If you don't do it, trust me. People will sit down and look at you, you will dump yourself and self-destruct yourself. At the end result, they will vote against you. And that is more dangerous. So, the removal of Zapede when he expressed, and even I think I wrote about Nesco then, it was not right.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, Councillor. Thank you for being with us in 3 minutes, 45 seconds. You can do your closing, and maybe there are something that you wanted to discuss that we didn't ask you on. So you can do your closing 3 minutes, 45 seconds.
Okay, my brother, thank you so much.
My question is, can you ask me?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that man want to cancel that blessing in the 7.
Yeah, the councillor will tell you in your closing.
I think I would really love another time because, we're not really consistent with the interview and the show because of the break. Most of the time, I don't know where they're coming from outside because of the location in Ganta. We came for the Chief Justice Appreciation Program here since yesterday we've been here. But I would really love you reschedule for us to have more time to talk Nimba because Nimba is the only come out place that we all have. There's nowhere, nobody can deport me from the player. I love the country so much, and I can tell anybody I love Nimba. But I will also want to have an opportunity that we can interact more, engage more, because through some of the questions you asking, it helped to broaden my mind, open me up to a lot of issues. And when the time is given for us to have another show, especially when in Moreover, I'll be on my own laptop, it'll be a very good thing for me. And then we can talk more. But I want to appreciate you guys for starting this name mat conversation, because BKS, when we hear the name BKS, somebody that some of us really admire a whole lot in the 1990s, when he was working at Philadelphia, and then he used to be giving the part to the great amount of people about the rebels when the war was in this country. Benjamin Saka played his part, and I think it's a great thing for us to remember and keep his legacy upgoing. And trust me, anytime you want me to be on the show, you will get me on the show. And any other issue you have for to discuss, just let me know. Give me sufficient notice as a lawyer so that maybe if I have schedule, I will be able to do adjustment in my schedule so that I can appear on your show. I just want to say hi to you guys. Thank you. I'm honored to be on your show today, especially amongst the young people from Nimba, and we're talking Nimba County, here, Liberia. It's a good thing. But
Thank you very yeah.
so the CEO, Real Madrid will win the Champions League and will win La Liga. I don't know. Next week, they way. On this sick, things ain't getting about it up. You see, my body, I've been here more than you begin. You put that iPad, you should be paid by your say, can you use account on me? I be brother. Anyway, it was good on the show, and I look forward to seeing you anytime.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Councillor Garrison Dodo Yelu. Thank you very much. You always welcome here. It been a good show. We just, you know, have a good conversation with the councillor. Let's get to you, DK Way. Yeah, I think we got like 28 minutes to go. Let's get to you in 1 minute.
Thank you, Pastor.
One
Thank you to
minute.
everybody. You hearing
Mm-hmm.
me?
Yeah, getting you.
So when we're on the show, Senator Koga called that he said everything Carson was saying he was listening to it. He want to come tomorrow. So I told him no, we have Kanye for tomorrow, so he will be our guest on Monday. So you guys can come prepared to host Senator Koga on Monday. Let him talk more about he and Garrison and every relationship about them in Nima. Other than that, it was good. We having Kanyo Barbara tomorrow. We're having Senator Koga on Monday. And we are having former Representative Larry Youngquake on Thursday. So in between there, we will find guests at least to end our week with them. So that's it. Thank you. I'm listening.
Thank you very much. Let's get to you, let's 1 minute.
I think it was a very good show tonight. All what we did was in place, and I want to say thank you to all of us here tonight. The issue, my parting statement will go like this: the issue raised by the councillor about reconciliation. I would say it should not just be a reconciliation by mouth, because if you went, let's say, in the entire district, there is a very deep wound from the time he became representative up to this time. That wound got to be healed. I hear from our district, and exactly I know what he's talking about. There are so many things that went on in our district that actually the reconciliation he's talking about, it should be a very genuine reconciliation coming up to the 2023 elections, where an individual nearly lost his life. You know, there are so many things. So I applaud him on the initiative taken so far to engage the reconciliation process. But that process should be a very deep one that will heal all the wounds within the district and unite the district. The current representative and I mean they are from the same era. We still have friction between them. I was even telling the current representative here, you inland man, I mean that your brother, they'll wave things and move forward. So that route got to be settled. And we have to settle it deep down in our house before we bring it out to the public. Let me say it that way. So other than that, it was a good show. And let me say thank you to him for appearing here tonight.
Jay Hula Noah, 1 minute 30 seconds. You are muted, sir.
I want to say thanks to fellow panelists for today's show. Great discussion. And the guest took his time to pass relevant information that we all can use as a working tools in our various community and lives. But I want to go beyond this to say that Nima County in totality needs a reconciliation because we have realized that friends are not coexisting. And as such, it is difficult now for neutral friends to just coexist with friends that already have existing problems in Nima County. So this is not working right for us. We cannot, antagonize each other, and at the same time, we wanting to excel in our county development, collectively. This will serve as a hindrance to our progress if we are not united to have a single front. So with that being said, the guest, he will appear again, like he said. So let us try to deepen into this thing. Let it not be restricted to a district, and let the district on just be the first phase, and the second phase can be, at the county level. That's my own recommendation. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Chris, you may represented, huh? Hey, man, you're texting. Oh, yeah, Chris, Representative Chris City. How you doing? So, yeah, my person, 1 minute, 30 seconds. So.
All right. Let me say thank you to all of us. It was actually a great show, and I'm glad we had Councilor Ilu. And what I want to touch is the issue of leaders wanting all or winner takes all mentality in Liberia. It got to change. You can go to election and even your brother from the same house, if they don't see you as their choice, which is their right as guaranteed by law, I don't think people should take offense to that. To the point where after every elections, we should be talking about reconciliation and all of that. We were born different. Even two twins came out at different time frame, and their belief, their thinking, their mentality, their approaches will not be just the same only because they are twin. Why much more to talk about a whole community? I think our strength as a county lies in our diversity. And those of us who come from the Vanguard Student Unification Party, there's something we call unity in diversity. So leaders should be able to cut across, they should be able to reach out across different aisles, than to think that if it is not me, then it should not be. That would be a wrong approach. That would be a very wrong approach. If you go to election, you should not go with the mind that everybody will support you. DJ White is my picking. I went to election, he supported Benedict, and we are still friends. We are still good. And I would never have an issue with him for his choice of candidacy.
Wow.
It's part of life. It's politics, and it's a process of, deriving leadership. I have a brother. We grew up together. We did everything after the election. You called me, my man, I want to apologize. This going election, we did things we shouldn't have done. You are being very helpful to me. I told him, hey, my man, we young. We still got time ahead of us. If I did not appear convincing or pleasing to you at this time, it doesn't require us sitting down to talk about it. That's the time. Who knows? Tomorrow I could be your choice. I could be your candidate. And that's how some of us see the game of politics. It's a game of intellectual, exchanges, and the best will win.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think that in there will get a whole lot of 10 seconds. So thank you.
Reconciliation.
Oh, he said
So, I mean, we should put that behind us, focus on Liberia. We should try as much as we can to be nationalistic, to be patriotic, to hold loyalty to Liberia and not individual person. Thank you.
thank you very much, Mr. Masfosin. Thank you for the show. Thank you for being here. Lorena, I know how F2. Lorena, do you care? Don't care, I
Yes.
mean. Yeah, I mean, give you 2 minutes. You gotta know. I know you
I
attention
know.
all of them. Me give you 2 minutes.
Yeah,
How
okay. Thank
F2,
you
by the
so
way?
much.
How F2, by the way?
I am born in London and reared by a Baptist deacon grandfather.
Ah,
And I am a
and so
harvester of.
in so
So I don't
doing,
go to those places. Charity knows that very well.
because Baptist people let that in so
I've
doing.
been I've been out of Nima for like 2 months, and so since I'm
When,
here,
when
I
election
just want to
coming,
speak to
people
some
can be
family
part of
people.
all the churches, oh.
No, but everybody who knows me or who just knows don't care, you know that they are from the Boston inner church. So and not a part of all the churches, but that's my outbreaking. So F2, this and that too. I don't go there. Except there's a Nima gallery, and I will have to take me there, and then I will just go there for that purpose. And yeah.
That tells me see what they send me. I was asking you how F2. Sorry, you can go ahead. Your closing.
Charity know me good. Charity know me good. You not say that. So it was a good show, and I want to say thanks to all of you, like always, for coming on. And I want to say thanks to the counselor. He was relaxed and take your leave it. He's an informed person. So, and coming to the issue of reconciliation, I think it shouldn't be ceremonial. I think it should be by actions. And I want to suggest to him, because I asked the question about his Jerusalem, and the answer he gave suggested that he has not gone to his Jerusalem. And like Yelisa said, there's a deep I don't know if you say hate or whatever in the fall between the amount of common the president lawmaker group and his group. And the thing about it is that the sad reality is that the president lawmaker the fall was a member of the Dodder movement. So he supported the Dodder movement 2017. He supported him 2020. So I think he kind of broken or frustrated or disappointed that his brother, his boss man, didn't support him in 2023. So because of that, if there is a message, just say hello. It sounds in the ears of the people from the Dodder movement, like he said, somebody that, and it is vice versa. So I would suggest that Councilor Yodu go and sit with Ernest. He's the older person, so he sees beyond what Ernest may not see. And also he has a vision for the reconciliation. If you can go to him directly, you can call, you can text him and say, Mama, we need to talk. And then they sit down and talk. And I think when they talk, Ernest will go back to his people, and then it's my man, and that's
So Lorena, your line
social
sticking now.
media. What is on social media? Just
Lorena,
tell us that there's deep
Lorena,
problem.
thank you very
And
much.
so
We
you
cannot
cannot
get you clear now
be
because of the line breaking in.
the whole dish together.
Oh no, Lorena.
And technically, you should
Lorena,
be sending olive branch to so no matter how hurt you are, no matter how disappointed you might be, I will also suggest that you reach out to your brother. And funny thing, the both of them are crossing. Reach out to him and say, oh, this and no. Because if you just see on Facebook the way they go at each other's throat, it almost like, I don't know, somebody took somebody girlfriend from them. So other than that, if that is not done, whatever reconciliation that will be done in the entire district will not hold, because the Jerusalem is not reconciled. When the Bible says things, I mean, it's factual, and it's just things that will guide us in everyday life. So I want to say thank you all for the show again, and I feel disappointed, like, and the CEO asked the councillor about Real Madrid. Instead of talking to Manchester, he brought in Chelsea. That was like crossing the boundary. So I feel disappointed about that. That's the only disappointment I got for today's show. Thank you all. And
Lorena,
I can't wait to see what tomorrow will look like.
Lorena, somebody your network was breaking in, and one of the followers say Gregor Kuma want to demolish your data.
Oh no, until September 8th, I will not go out of data. So I don't know. Except people that locate me in data.
Thank you, Lorena. Thank you very much for coming on the show. Thank you always. We want to see you tomorrow again. Chris Lee, my man, the people say you get intention for 2029, but anyway, your 1 minute 30 seconds.
Now DK put me na team, na people DK. So
1 minute 30 seconds, my boy.
yeah, na people DK. So however, I think a lot of speakers have said almost all, but in my late father of us, I would say, what is reconciliation? What it means? Is it just on the surface, or is it just an art service? What is it? So if we define that word, then I will encourage councillor to cut a clause, not just in his district, but across NIMA, because he been participating in city election twice. And there are people who may have gone local head with each other. So again, it's a good beginning. It's a good step. But I will advise for him to go across friends, commerce that he had maybe issues with in the past. As the Bible says, we should forgive. So let him go across and reconcile with those people. I know it's a tough thing, but again, let him go across, meet family members who have been affected, who his team was going through the process, were affecting the process. Let him reach out to them and reconcile the district and reconcile Nima. And then the unity continues, not just in District 5 or District 4, but across Nimba. It gives a good step. Whenever he ready for District number 6, when he contacts one of us, we are willing to tap in to see how best we can make that happen, because the unity of Nima is important to every one of us, not just District 4, but across Nima. I can give you my story about District 6. There haven't been a reconciliation after the election. What happened? It's better known to the answers. But if the honorable man or the council want to go across Nima, when you reach District 6, if he needs some of our intervention, if he needs some of us, expertise to tap into the process to make it happen, District 6 are willing. So, honorable councilor, thank you. It was a very good show tonight. And I will say again, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chris Lee. Let's get to you, Siawete. You take us home.
Thank you, Alfonso. I mean, we have a very good show tonight. The frustrating thing was the network and that of the Honorable the gadget he was using. But quite frankly, Honorable Yelu is one of the best we had from Nimba, really from his days at the legislature up to his transition to the executive, where he served as chair of the governance commission. The reason I'm asking those questions was actually about his impact. Honorable Yelu going to the governance
So we
commission.
got 2 representatives aspiring on the show, District 7 and District 6.
Yeah.
So his tenure at the Golden Commission actually impacted a lot of young people. For the record, probably, if I stand to be corrected, he is one of the young men that demonstrated, leadership in his tenure. Because the number he gave you there is not just number that is made. He empowered a lot of young people, qualified young people at the Governance Commission, and he brought a lot of reform at the Governance Commission. And we hope and pray that you have such opportunity to empower the Nigerians in the future. That's what we need from most of our folks who are opportune into national leadership. When he talked about the reconciliation in Bele and Tuaro District 4 and 3 is actually laudable. Since the 2017 election, there are still issues, in District 4, District 3, which is Bele. And I heard people talking he should carry across the country. Well, that would be another day, but I think in my mind, he's starting from where he got control, where he represented. He had not been elected as senator. While it's true he have that responsibility, but I think where the issues are is himself. From what I see, he identified that there are issues, in those terrains. So it's a good venture, and I mean it was a good show that he would come and himself he knew that his gadget will actually give him problems. So we could not really have that interaction like that. But on the overall, I know Yelu to be one of the best we have, and in our intellectual class in Nimba. So we hope that you will also return so that we can have other conversation. So I mean, Alfonso, it was a good show. Thanks for hosting us tonight. We pray to be back tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much for all of you being here. We hope to see you tonight. Thank you very much. Christy, thank you. DK,
where you going tonight?
You going swallow?
Where you going? DK, you off?
I came to the gym. I just want to stay on. When I begin to wait to finish before I go inside. I came to the gym.
But DK, why you texting me about Lorena now? What Lorena did to you? You're telling
DK, do we
Lorena.
have anybody for Wednesday? You said Wednesday, Tuesday, vacant, right?
Yeah, Wednesday and Tuesday vacant. We have Monday, which is the program. Yes.
Monday, Tuesday vacant. We'll be trying to bring people in. Yeah.
No, Tuesday, Wednesday vacant. Friday, Saturday vacant.
I'm hearing you.
Tuesday and Wednesday vacant. Then Friday, Saturday vacant. So you get somebody to bring them, no problem. You let us know sooner.
Or you
Thursday and Friday vacant.
You can
Friday, Saturday vacant.
Please call Lorena and tell her now. That's the call her.
You can bring your boss.
It's okay. I will call D after the show. It's okay.
Yeah, call D because D continue to embarrass me with text.
Why you get called?
DJ, how you go to the gym from there, you can't follow GB.
When she
I go back to eating burger with.
Hey.